I grew up with people saying that college is the best years I'll ever have. I didn't realize what a privileged perspective that actually was. I'm grateful, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the carefree experience I thought it would be.
When I got to SF State, I was waitlisted for housing, and that was kind of like a common thread through all my time here. I got here in fall 2017, and pretty much every semester I had an issue with housing. I had to take class for 9 hours a day one semester, which is just really difficult for me, like health-wise. So like I could go to class, like 5 classes for 9 hours in one day, but the next day I was going to be home with a migraine.
Hi, I'm Amanda Levitt. My pronouns are she, they, and he, and my major is business accounting.
I'm Tiana Kendrick. I use she, her pronouns, and my major at SF State was health education with a minor in anthropology.
The reality is that it shouldn't be this inaccessible to graduate. In a capitalistic-centered world, not getting a degree could mean never getting a job that pays you enough to live. This journey alone shows that you cannot meet your basic needs and go to college for many queer and trans people of color. With a lack of family support and not knowing how to navigate college, who can you turn to?
When I came out to my parents as queer, I fully expected them actually to just like kick me out, honestly. But thankfully they didn't, and they have been financially supporting me since then, and that has been amazing and awesome. But with the money that they have been supporting me with also comes like them always constantly making suggestions about how I could like go back to not being gay somehow, because I used to be very internalized homophobia. I had a lot of internalized homophobia and just like really wanted to like perform femininity.
What's a bigger priority? A future you may not live to see, with rising violence against our queer community, specifically Black and brown trans women, whose average life expectancy is 35 years old? And does that not just feed into a systematic means of oppression to gatekeep the majority of living wage jobs with benefits such as therapy and life-saving gender affirmation surgery to those with degrees and proximity to resources? Then at the end, we are rewarded, but why are we rewarded for such egregious self-sacrifice? Compromise is one thing, but I should not have to be asked to compromise my peace of mind.
I personally felt like there was not much of a choice actually for I need to get this degree in order to get a good job, in order to meet all my basic needs. And so I feel like personally for me it was probably a fear-based decision, and out of like scarcity, like I was like, oh, like if I am not able to get this degree and I'm not able to get a really good job, then where am I gonna go?
Transferred from junior college, thinking that I had an idea about what it was going to be like coming out here. Absolutely didn't. Housing was horrible. I almost dropped out. Thing that kept me in was just like really good people on campus. I had like friends that would let me stay with them while I waited for housing. I worked with like faculty that were really helpful. They got me like in contact with the Dean on Call program, which ended up getting me into housing, so I didn't have to drop out. And I guess just I really wanted to finish, because it seemed to me for a long time that like college was something that I just like was never gonna get done with. So it's just the drive of like wanting to push through and finish versus like giving up in a way, which like I wouldn't judge anybody for doing, because it's really difficult. Just it seems a lot easier, like life seems much easier now than it did before. This college was just really unpredictable, like especially with scheduling. Like having a stable schedule, I think at the end of this is like really worth it.
Most teachers not understanding the burden through their privilege. This C is all I could give, but is not what I am worth.
Finishing my degree with an internship that sometimes had me working like 9 to like 13 hours a day, My mental health was really bad. My anxiety was like really horrible. I did start seeing a psychiatrist and go on medication to get through the semester. And when I brought that up, it was kind of like, well, that sucks, but we can't do anything to change the curriculum. So it's very much like either you get in line and you do it, or you don't and you fail.
They'll coin you as exceptional as an excuse for their negligence. Congratulations as they deny your FAFSA. I'm so proud as they know you have nowhere to go. Selling me security within a 4-year grasp. Did they believe in me or did they taunt me? Fear of failure alone was enough to propel me forward. Through unstable housing, microaggressions, sharing a room with 2 others, a couch, a closet, whatever works. To study biochem till 3 a.m. for a C with a teacher who didn't give a damn about me passing. To mix my worth and ambition with average. I think, what choice did I have? What does a queer kid with no home to go back to do? We push forward. We self-sacrifice to be exceptional. The best years of my life, huh? Well, I did learn that my greatest feats cannot be achieved alone. This long journey showed me chosen family, showed me what affirming love could do in a time I was so unaware of who I was, so focused on a goal that wasn't even my own. I believe in queer joy, so to the queer youth of color of the future, may you know that this journey is a wild one, but know that love is at an abundance and that I love you deeply and simply for all that you are. May you know inner peace in a world that tries to deny our existence. You can never fail because you were born a gift. You've already succeeded. The rest is extra.